Hello and welcome to the run of Tomb Raider Anniversary. This game is pretty broken. My name is Heinke and yeah. This game is a lot of fun and has already a big sequence break which I'm going to show you here, which is called the airwalk. Because of the airwalk, well, you can, as you can imagine how the glitch is called, you can walk on air. The only problem with that is you can't gain height or go lower. So what you're going to do a lot of times is use objects or surrounding objects to gain height, and due to that go out of bounds. So you will see this a lot. I will do a lot of backflips and side rolls because those are the fastest way to travel. And because of that, we're going to skip the first entire tutorial part, stay in the airwalk, and go to the next part. So we roll up here, gain a lot of health, jump up here, and skip the entire climbing up section. So you will see this a lot in this game, which makes it amazing to run, and it is just a lot of fun in my opinion. And yeah, next to the backflip, to the side roll, the swan dive is the fastest way. So whenever we are not in an airwalk, we're going to swan dive, because you can't swan dive during an airwalk because that would cancel it. However, you can still use the side roll, so that is fine. Here once again we use the side roll to gain height, because well, this game is pretty well coded, like most of the Lara Croft games, because every Lara Croft game is broken. Anyways, we skip a lot of little puzzles here and there, go to the next area, and yeah. This is going to happen a lot. Jump over here. The camera switched, which was interesting, but it's not a big deal. Some more climbing action, going from part to part, dodging all those arrows, because, well, why not? And then jump up here. We play this by way on the easiest difficulty, because there is literally no big difference besides the damage, and we don't want to get a lot of damage. So here again, we're going to skip an entire puzzle by going out of bounds, going through here, and then skipping to open the door. There is a trick here, which is called the safe warp. I'm not going to attempt it because this is for once not marathon safe, and this is the backup strat. So I'm going for the backup strat, which makes in this case anyways more sense. Especially in a marathon, where we're just going to airwalk through this area. The safe glitch would save 10 seconds, with which we could wrong warp into the area here, but it's not a big deal. Once again, we jump over here. Do some more airwalking. Gain some height, because we need that to skip the door there. And once again, skipping puzzles, broken game, and a lot of fun. So now we're going to go into the corner here and gain a lot of health. Hate. I can't pronounce hate. I think it's called hate or hate. Anyways, I will learn how to say the word correctly until GDQ, so it should be fine. However, we're going to just backflip an entire sequence here to gain the height, whatever. And once we reached it, we're going to go backwards once again and out of bounds. And my microphone is getting batteries going low. It should be still enough. However, due to that, skipping puzzles once again and going to the next area. And here once again, instead of doing the entire sections and puzzles and climbing, airwalking, because this is the convenient way to travel. Killing some bats. Here we're going to do some side rolls, because most of the time we would lose our airwalk, especially when we go through this scene, but because of doing the side roll we can still keep it. And now we're skipping the entire waterfall puzzle by going once again out of bounds, which is amazing. Go over here. This is a split. And now we're still airwalking, going through the next section. So here once again, well, what you will see most through the entire run, we're going to break it. Like, every puzzle is getting skipped. So there's like not a big deal where we need to do the puzzle. There's only one little puzzle we have to do, but that's basically it. And for some reason, Lara just cancelled her airwalk, but that's not a big deal. You can just get it back instantly, because how the airwalk wall works, or why it works, is because if Lara stumbles, her check script gets deactivated, which allows us to, yeah, run on air. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to load the next area by doing a specific combo. It is a bit hard to do sometimes here and there, so I'm trying to, there you go, do a side roll to activate this area, do a front roll, and then go backwards immediately. And due to that, we can just go to the next area. So now with that we're done with this, we're going to run out of here. So once again, a lot of swan diving, because this is the convenient way to travel in the future. Well, not in the future, but more in Lara Croft games. Once again, airwalking. And then going to a QTE. So by the way, in the leaderboards we go by in-game time, but since this is going to be a real-life event, I'm showing the splits in the top right corner. So this will be around the time. And as a side note, I learned this in the 12-hour challenge, so I'm still fresh to this game, but I'm getting better at it because I'm still running it, and I'm improving a lot, as you can see from the splits. So I'm still consistent here and there, and even if I fail, I have enough save files set up to still continue, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. So here we're going to avoid the lions. Get up. And skip the entire part. So here we align around this area, and now we need to just get through, which can be hard because that doesn't work all the time. There you go. We're out of bounds, and then we go to the next trigger. Because this is how broken the game is, thanks to the airwalk. So getting down here, triggering this part, and then swan diving down. Alright, next coming up is the biggest skip in the entire game, which saves 15 minutes, if done correctly. And there is like a big difference between low FPS and high FPS, so either way, I can still do this part. So even if the computer is not good enough, this shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, this is called the Foley skip. And I will do, in the run, I will do a safety save here. I will give it 2 tries, and if I should fail both tries, I still have a save file loaded up for the next area, so that shouldn't be a problem. Like this. Okay, save is done. We jump over here, go down, jump into the corner, trigger the airwalk, deload the next area. Oh, didn't work, but that's okay. Still having enough tries. Ah, this time I got dragged by the bats. But yeah, I got it once, so that is what should happen. Sadly, the bats ruined it. There you go. So now we're deloaded the next area. It is still there. Collision is still there. Everything is still getting loaded. And we're using the bats to gain haste. But that's not all. We need it for another part later on. So for now, we're just going to get up here, go out of bounds, and now we need to roll through here. And the bats are going to help us go through a little gate because they're pushing us down, and through that we're now out of bounds and we will go into the next section. So how this works is, because the second area is deloaded, or like not loaded at all, as you can see. Sadly, I failed this. So it is not a big deal, because I actually got it, just didn't land on the part where I should land. So as said before, there's still like a lot of saves I have for this, thanks to the Tomb Raider community. There you go. And then I would skip the entire part of this. I would land here, and from here the run would continue. But as said before, I would give it 2 tries. If it would fail the second try, I would just load the save, just in case. But anyways, now we're going through here. Just a little bit of swimming sections. There is not a lot of things going on here, so there would be time to read donations, sponsors, or whatever. Just going up. Shooting all the things. And doing some more airwalking. Because this is the convenient way to travel in Lara Croft games. At least in Anniversary. So once again... Oh. Lara? Okay, that works too. So once again, this is another climbing section where we need to travel or like go around, but well, we just entirely skip it once again thanks to the airwalk, and most conveniently rocks placed like that so that we can go up. Taking the ammunition for the upcoming boss fights and later on, and then just swan diving once again. And this is like Midas Palace, but once again, we skip all the puzzles. We skip all the areas. So we will never see any of those parts. Once again, doing the airwalk, rolling down here, going out of bounds, and then swimming out of bounds. Because hell, this is cool and glitchy. So what we're going to do now, we're going to dive into this area, load the next part, swim out of bounds, and instead of taking the air there, which you normally should do, we just go through here and swim to the end part. It's pretty cool. What's up? Pushing some boxes. Literally like in Deus Ex. doing another airwalk so that we can use the button, or the switch more to say, and then go to the next area. Excuse me. Getting attacked by rats, but that's not a big deal. Jumping over here, doing once again the airwalk, gaining some height, and then skipping this entire section.
Don't worry, Lara. The water is quite refreshing.
So next coming up is going to be the boss section, which is not a big deal because there is a specific strat. Only problem with that strat is that, well, if the enemies are jerks or the bosses are jerks, because there are two of them, it can be quite unpleasant. So we go into this corner, go up. Huh? Lara, please. Grab the ledge. You can do it. Lara doesn't want to grab the ledge, it seems. There you go. And because of that, we're out of bounds of the top. And just swim through. So this is the boss area. Normally there would be two switches, which we have to activate underwater. But, well, we have something more convenient. So we just go out of bounds, through the airwalk, and to the next section. And once again, there's like a quick time event. We can't skip, but it's not a big deal. And now comes the boss area. So we have two of those bosses, and we're just trying to kill them as quickly as possible, obviously. And this works by them trying to charge us, because we need to get one of the shields down so that we can one of the tricks. And while the shield flies down, we're going to change the control from combat mode to manual. This is because, since we're using the airwalk most of the time, it is pretty unnecessary for us to look at the enemy while we're in the airwalk, because now we're going to charge them automatically. And thanks to that, we can use this. We use the heavy pistols, and now quick kill one of them. So this is pretty convenient. Trying to anger the second one. And here's going to be the same. There you go. That was the boss fight. So this is Egypt. There is no boss fight, but this part is as well pretty broken. Like, well, everything in this game actually. And once again, we will skip a lot of puzzles and bosses. So once again, a lot of airwalking, skipping the puzzles here and there, going to the next section. I was quite unlucky. We tried to get the airwalk up here before the enemies shoot us. And yeah, because this is one of the things which I forgot to do, because I did not switch back to the aiming mode. We're still aiming and looking at the enemies, so it is not a big deal. I can switch back here, and I still know where to go, but it might look a bit confusing. Bam. There you go. And while here, I need to reload all my weapons for the next upcoming trick, which I couldn't show before, but I can do here, which is called the for fall damage cancel. So first of all, we need to do some airwalking. So I'm lining up here, jumping backwards, using the airwalk to go out of bounds, skipping the entire puzzle, which is great. And now we're going to do the fall damage cancel. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump, switch my weapons, and use the grappling hook at the moment I'm reaching the ground. And because of that, while we use the grappling hook once we're at the ground, we get no damage. No idea why, but this allows us to skip this entire part and the puzzles. Then we kill those two and do this puzzle here, which is pretty simple. So since we know what we have to do, we just solve this pretty quickly. So we go first here, then here, I couldn't do the jump. But yeah, what you can do is, once you've solved the puzzle, you can do a quick end jump to get up on the pillar. If that doesn't work, well, you have to climb it up yourself. So it loses some couple of seconds. It's not a big deal though. Climbing up here, jumping over, going up the stairs. No, the ladder. It's a ladder. Doing once again the airwalk, and then continuing. That was a bit close, but not a problem. As long as you don't lose the airwalk, it's not a big deal, or not a big issue. And here once again we're skipping an entire Sphinx section. Normally you would need to do all the Sphinx puzzles and stuff, but well, we skip it. And if you don't get it, it's not a problem. So we just reset quickly, go into the menu and reset the game, so we're at the top once again, so we can do once more the airwalk and then get back to the leg, because this is quicker than just, you know, going up all the way. So once again, a line here, jump, and there you go. As said at the start, I did learn this in my 12-hour challenge, so I'm still not the best in this game, but I'm still playing it. I'm having a lot of fun, and so I'm going to improve a lot in those next couple of months, so I will be more consistent once we're getting to SGDQ, so that shouldn't be a big deal. So once again, we're going to skip an entire section here by using the airwalk. And now we're going to lose heat. Yeah, and until SGDQ I will learn how to say this word properly. We lose heat, so we can heat. God damn it. Anyways, we're losing that, so we can go to the next part. And we keep the airwalk because this is a fine and interesting section. Normally, what you would need to do is you would need to climb up the pillars, kill the enemies, and then use the keys. However, what? Okay, that is pretty new to me. Okay, there you go. I kind of missed this trigger. So, instead of climbing up the pillars and doing the entire puzzle section, killing the enemies, we're just going to roll up here instantly to one of the puzzle sections, put up the key, and go to the next one. It's pretty cool, because, well, you don't need to do any of it. I guess a lot of people would have liked to do this in their casual playthrough. Especially since the airwalk is not even hard to do. You just need to know what to do. Well, this sounds pretty ridiculous because it's every time with everything. But it's pretty easy to do. It's not a hard glitch. Once again, another QTE section. and bam! Done with Egypt. Coming to the final part of the run, which is the Lost Island. So, well, since we lost our guns, we can't do the airwalk, because, which I didn't mention at the start, to use the airwalk, you need the guns, but, well, the thing how it works is that once Lara stumbles, and you're putting out the guns, for some reason it stops checking if you're on the ground or not. So as long as you're not using your weapons, the game will not check if you hit the ground or not. Which is the cool thing, and which allows us to skip this entire part. So this is normally a puzzle where you need to get your weapons back, but there's a little trick with a grappling hook. So we stay here, throw the grappling hook, and then press spam E, because yeah, you saw the warning sign, and if that happens, you can pick up your weapons through the wall. Huh? Lara? Could you please pick up your own weapons? You need those. Lara? Come on, Lara. Oh well. There you go. Why not earlier? Oh well, it doesn't matter. So we shoot the window here, and once again, airwalk. Because it's just the fastest and most convenient way to go through this game. Gaining some health because we need to get up this thing. Gain some more health, and now we're going out of bounds once again. So here we're going to try to go lower to hit the checkpoint, and once we did that, we can just backflip to the other side. Heat. I will look into the dictionary, don't worry. I guess people will make a video maybe for me to just pronounce the word for me. I don't know. Anyways, we're just gaining some heat. Heat. This word is dooming me. It's the same with lag. Why can't I say those two words properly? Anyways, another QTE scene where we can't do anything. We need to watch this. And yeah, this scene makes literally no sense. But it doesn't matter, because, well,
not so hard now,
it's fun. Because of that. Their buddies, they're killing each other all of a sudden. And his code is bulletproof. I don't know. Rip those two guys. We're picking up the Uzi because once we need it for the fall damage cancel, and we need it later on for the boss fight anyways. Once again, some more airwalking because, well, breaking the game is a lot of fun. Going out of bounds. Seeing pink little triangle there for whatever reason. And then just going to skip this entire puzzle. It's great. Jumping over. There you go. No fall damage. Beep. And then just swan diving to the end. Picking up some ammo. Because, well, we need that for the boss fight. And then more swan diving. So this area can be tricky depending on the frames you're having. So in case this should fail, it is not a big deal. There's some save files prepared thanks to the community, and if I can't do the jump, I will just load one of those. So whatever happens, if I get this first try or if I fail this, no need to worry. The save files are there, so we can still continue even if a big mistake happens. So I'm going to load this area, do a lot of backflips here, and now we're out of bounds, using the airwalk again, and we all do this so that we can hit this trigger. And yeah, this can happen. For some reason, sometimes Lara doesn't want to jump, and because she isn't jumping, you can't. Yeah, you die, and then the cutscene loads for this area, and due to that, you need to do this. As I said before, I will give it 2 tries, but in case something goes wrong, we will just continue from this part. So once again, airwalking, going to this corner here, gaining some hate once again, gaining more hate for this egg-shaped thing. Shooting the target so that the next platform arrives, and then jump up here. And once again, Lara doesn't want to jump, or in this case jumps but doesn't want to climb, so we're just going to use the next part. It is pretty bad if that happens, and there will be still a lot of time until it's just SGDQ, so no worries. I will practice this a lot, because as said, this is a fresh speed game. But in case everything goes horribly wrong, it is not a problem, because there are backup saves. So no worries, you can still continue and go on to the next area. So once again, doing more airwalks, waiting for this pillar, and then rolling through. Close your eyes! Because you're literally just going through. And once again, thanks to the airwalk, and we still keeping it, we can skip this puzzle here. Yeah, this game does not have any quick saves, so we have to do regular saves. So we just jump over here. Use the switch. A little flying enemy is coming for us. We just kill him, and then go for a little boss fight, like a second. Well, first mini boss, you could say. Well, not sure, but he's not a big deal. If you could stop hugging me, thanks. Once again, we're going to use the airwalk. And this is the boss. So we're just going to make him angry. Oops. And he actually pushed me down. Interesting. So once again, we shoot at him. He's going to get angry. Using the dodge shot. Picking up the ammo while we're in the cutscene. And then making him angry again. because of that, we can shoot at his finger. And thanks to that, skip this part pretty quickly. And now we just shoot at his fingers. And bye. Yeah. That was the little side boss. And now we're getting to the final area. Well, not like this. Lava is bad, remember guys? There you go. Gaining some health by backwards jumping up here. We do that to skip a trigger which spawns an enemy, so that in that act, because of that, we can just go through here, go into the second pillar here, gain more heat. God damn it. Altitude, there you go. Thanks to people helping me out here. Get a lot of hate. Go out of bounds. Or not. Well, let's do this again. And now that we're out of bounds, we're just going to skip this entire part. So we go here, hit the trigger, go into the next area, hit there the trigger, and then just go immediately to the final boss. It is pretty convenient. And just amazing. And because, thanks to the fall damage skip, we are just going to be at the enemy place. So yeah, this is the final boss fight. I'm going to take some extra ammo, just in case. And we need to shoot the wings. She's going to shoot at us, but well, it's not a big issue. We'll just jump away, roll back and forth. Sometimes she's going to melee attack us, then forward again. But where is you? What? Game, please. Okay, this boss, her first phase. I'm just making sure that the Uzi is loaded, because there's a pretty neat skip which allows us to do her boss, or like her second phase, pretty quickly, if I'm not getting shot. So now she is going to charge us. Whoa, that was bad. But well, luckily she's going to charge us the entire time. And I failed. To that. There you go. We switched to Uzi, and now we just press and hold. And she actually survived. I am impressed. Anyways, we'll just do this again. It's not a big deal. And done. So now there's more QTE before the end scene. But yeah, this was the run so far.
What have you really accomplished here? Nothing but a temporary stay of execution for your kind. This island is just one remnant of Atlantis. I will find another. But you, Lara, you have lost everything!
And yeah. Squashed.
No, I haven't.
Nein, habe ich nicht. I'm just making fun of the German sync in this case. No, and done. Yeah. This PB is not legit, by the way, because I used extra save files prepared for the practice save file for any percent. But in this case it's okay, it's just to showcase the run, and in case something goes horribly wrong, we are still safe thanks to the save, so there is nothing we have to worry about. Of course it would be cool to show it off without any failures, but in case they happen, we can still continue. So yeah, that was Tomb Raider Anniversary. Pretty broke game, a lot of fun, and yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy looking through the submissions.